Well, you know, but it's coming. The last time I went to bed, I went down there. I just thought you were 15 years. No, I wasn't even and I said to myself, I can't sit quiet about it for the rest of my life. I mean,
come and do the crowd.
Like this, I never see with flash buggy.
I didn't say anything.
It's a difference. I've got one like that one.
Opry Theater. I'm Beareather Reddy, and these gentlemen are on bass. We have Gerald Lindsay. On piano, Francis Mark Mancini. And on drums, George Gray. And the other guy with the sound. That song, that thing called Love, excuse me everybody, my mouth is really dry. Face on this moonshine, water, sorry.
Pass it around.
It's just for me. That song, that thing called Love, was the first song recorded by a black female blues singer. And it was really by Mamie Smith in May of 1920. Well, this was a very historic event, but it didn't happen by chance, but by the coaching and the persistence of a black singer, songwriter, composer, dancer, Perry Bradford from Montgomery, Alabama. He thought that that there was a market for what we call race records. Now, black people have recorded before, but they're really men, and they were really songs that were kind of I don't know how to say it, about white composers, but this particular song was the beginning of the classic blues era. And so this Perry Bradford moved to Atlanta, Georgia. His family moved to Atlanta, Georgia when he was like 6 years old. And they moved next door to the Fulton Street Prison. There, the young Bradford first heard folk music and blues music sung by the prisoners. Well, in 1907, he left home to sing in the minstrels. And there he was a member of a dance team named Bradford and Jeanette. And they would travel the country doing their dances, and Perry Bradford playing on the piano. And he was, in my opinion, he was like among the first line dancers. You know, like slide to your left, slide to the right. Too hot, I hate this part. Too hot this time. I hate that. And I don't know the next part. Something with your knees, something with your knees. But I was never good at it. But he was among the first. And so let's have a little bit of a song. What's that?
Electric slide.
Electric slide. I can't do that. But talk to him about Perry Bradford. and play the lead. So in 1918, Perry Bradford moved to New York. And there he began to pitch his songs to record companies and publishers, anyone that would listen to him, to Columbia Records, Edison, Victoria, and OK Records. He knew, or he kept pushing all the time to say that there was a market in race records. And records, he thought that records by black people, other black people would buy them, that there was a market. So after a lot of coaxing and OK Records said, well, why don't we give this a try? He was Sophie Tucker, who was a white popular singer at the time, was scheduled to go in and record some of Perry Bradford's songs. But, you know, a pop tune that he had. That one of it was that thing called Love in the flip side, but I can't remember now. But she became ill. So Perry Bradford, who was Mamie Smith, musical director, said to the executives at OK Records, well, why don't we try my girl, Mamie Smith? She can do it. She has a beautiful voice. I'm telling you. I mean, maybe these are his exact words. I'm not really sure. But you know what I mean. You get the point, right? He said, there's a market for this. So Mamie Smith went into the studio with their studio musicians, white musicians, and they did this thing called Love and the flip side. And this thing called Love went over pretty well. So OK Records said, that'll work. We can make some money. So in August of 1920, they went back in the studio, Perry Bradford, and he got together this jazz band called the Jazz Hounds to back Mamie Smith, and this is the song they did. Crazy Blues. So sorry, my mouth is so dry. Anybody got some, what could it be? Some undry mouth. So, anyway, Crazy Blues. I mean, folks just went crazy for it. There was, in a month, Crazy Blues sold 75,000 copies. And the total for the year was 2 million copies. Wow. So it was like, it was certainly a market for this race music. And so all the record companies, they just went wild. They went all around the country looking for black female blues singers. Now, the recording of Crazy Blues was very historical because this was the first time that a black female blues singer was recorded, and it denoted the classic blueswoman era. So they said that a record company wasn't a record company unless they had a black female blues singer. So there was another black man who thought that there was a market for race records. And so every time I do this show, I always have to say my mentor, who is no longer with us, Mr. G2 Weusi, said that this man was a businessman. His name was Harry Pace. And he, in May, a year later, May 1921, he started the first black record company, Black Swan Records. Now, he had a lot of good singers with him, with that company, but the one who, was more well-known and successful was Miss Ethel Waters. But I can't get this man off my mind, and I just feel like crying all the time. Ethel Waters. She became the first black superstar, starring on stage and television. And Black Swan Records had a few successes, and they did okay, but in a year and a half, they went bankrupt. But as my mentor said, Mr. G2B Lucy, he was a businessman, and he went on to start the first black insurance company in New Jersey. So, but there was the next person I'd like to tell you about is a woman from my home state. Now, Mamie Smith wasn't really a blues singer. She was a cabaret singer and a dancer. She got the stuff started. But this woman from Columbus, Georgia, they called her Gertrude Maureen. And she, like all the other ones, they were always running to join the minstrels, because there was a lot of stuff going on. They wanted to get away from home, you know. I think it was Red Summer of 1918, and so, you know, they were just trying to do their thing. So Ma Rainey married what's his name, Rainey, when he came through Columbus, Georgia, on a tent show, a minstrel show, and they married, and they traveled on the road as Ma and Pa, I want to say Kettle, I'm sorry, Ma and Pa Rainey, and they were billed as assassinators of the blues. Ma, she had recorded blues for the Blueswomen, started in 1920, but it wasn't until 1923 that Ma Rainey was first recorded, because I think she was with Paramount Records, and there was like faulty equipment. Ma had this rich, powerful, guttural sound that really told the life of Southern rural life. She really spoke to the people, and a lot of songs that we do, that I do, we don't know the origin of them. But I was happy to find out that this song was made and sung by Miss Ma Rainey. I'm so unhappy, I feel so blue, I feel so sad. I made a mistake right from the start. Oh, he was so hard to part. I hope this letter that I would write, I hope he will remember when he receives it. See, rider, done. Lord, 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 made me love you. See what you done done. You made me love you. Now you're getting come. Well, I'm going away, baby. Won't be back for Lord, Lord, Lord. Going away, baby. Won't be back for. If I found me a new man, won't be back at all. Now, any of you gals out there see my man CC? Now, wait a minute now, y'all saying no too fast. Now, I know one of you gals out there see my man CC. Cause I done seen that one right there with him the other night. I'm talking to you, not you, I'm talking to her. But if you see my man CC, I want you to tell him this right here. I'm gonna get me a pistol. Long as I am tall, Lord, 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 she's my man and catch a cannonball. If he won't have me, he won't have no gal at all. See, rider, oh, see what you done done. See, rider, see what you done done. When you made me love you, now you got them come. Yeah, yeah. See, rider, see what you done done. See, rider, see what you done done. When you made me love, now you got them come. These girls, Mom said, because she told me. She said it was her that gave this kind of music the name of the blues. That one day she was performing at this minstrel show, and she heard this young lady singing this haunting song about how her man had left her, and she don't know, she feel like putting her head on a railroad track or whatever, dying. And so Ma heard this song and she couldn't get it out of mind. So she learned the song and started singing it at as an encore on all of her shows. And so this was like I believe it was 1902, and Ma was credited for, out of the vaudeville acts, was the first blues woman that included a blues and jazz in her performances. Other than that, it was like a vaudeville acts before that. So those women of the day, they did their own thing. They were powerful. They spoke their own minds. They had their own touring company, and they believed in love, true love, freedom of love, and freedom of expression of love. You talk about this next song. Well, this song was recorded in 1928. It was 1925 that Bessie Smith was called down to the jailhouse to bail Ma out of jail because she had thrown an all-night orgy. Wait a minute. and no men were invited. So that may have been proved on. I don't know for sure, but it seems like they proved a little. I was down in Columbus, Georgia, at Rainey's house museum some years ago. I think it's about 6 or 7 years ago. A beautiful house. I tried on Ma's jewelry. I thought that was okay. And I saw her bed, and I saw those steps that she ran out trying to get away from the police, but she got caught. So that was a great experience. So it was said that Ma was a mentor to Bessie Smith, that they had met at a tent show, and so they hung out together. But just like Ma, Bessie Smith had a voice that, to this day, she's known as one of the greatest singers that ever lived. And she had a way of speaking to people, regular people, and the words, she brought life to words when she sang. So, it was something about Bessie Smith. Miss Bessie Smith.
Listen here. Empress of the blues. So these women were doing it for themselves. The next woman, sorry. I'd like to tell you guys about is Miss Ada Cox, who was a contemporary of Maureen. And she was also from the South, actually from my home state of Georgia. And she started singing in church. I'm sorry. Good job with this. And she was 4 years old. And then she left when she was 10 years old. Everybody was always leaving, right? Going and singing minstrels. If I were born in that time, I'd be gone to, going and doing some kind of. But a lot of these blues women at first, they sang a lot of songs about graveyards and railroads. They were always, getting on that iron horse and going out of town, going to the next place, looking for some salvation. And the same with Ada Cox. But she was one of those women who was doing it for themselves. She had her own traveling coach car that she have her ladies tour in. But during the Depression came along, and people wanted music that was really more happier, a little bit lighter, and so she does this song.
lady I'd like to tell you about. Her name was, help me somebody, Lucille Bogan.
Manifest Manny.
Huh? That ain't the one. She was something else too. Now, Lucille Bogan was, she was a straight talker. She sang songs about sex, drugs, you know, all the good stuff. No,
When you're young.
Back in the day, it was just.
it's pretty promiscuous, I would say. But she lived her life like she wanted to. She was a thing. And I don't know, a lot of the blues, female blues singers at the time sang this song. And have anybody heard of Shake 'Em Dry? Yeah, I'm gonna sing that right now. Just kidding. I can't sing that because I'm shy. Because the first line of that song, Shake 'Em Dry, she talks about the sizes of her nipples, and that's just the tame part. So I like to do something just a little bit more calm. Called Sweet Petunia.
said that there was that she was so wild that there was rumors that she had connections with the underground in Mississippi. I believe it. She was tougher than what I'm trying to show you all. But this next person came from a very musical family. She was a professional singer. Really young, she was in her father's band. Her name is Victoria Spivey. And her sisters was, what's her name? Sweet Pea Spivey, and another sister Elton. They were all very, very talented. And Victoria Spivey, out of all the blues women, her career extended past the Depression, because she composed songs and played songs for the theater. I believe it was Lincoln Theater in Startline. She's from Houston. She was from Houston. She was a Texas style singer, and she was super talented. So she was able to extend her career. And in 1962, she and a jazz historian, Lynn Kuzdak, founded Spivey Records. And they had several good singers on it, but we'll get to that in a minute. So we're going to do a song by Victoria Spivey. Let's try this. So, this next and last person I'd like to tell you about, she also was a Texas-born singer. She's also from a very talented family. And she recorded about 40 songs for OK Records. Her best years was 1923 to 1927, when she recorded with Louis Armstrong. But the 40 songs that she did for OK Records, she wrote many of them, most of them. It was her and her brothers, George and Herschel Wallace. Her name was Sipple Wallace. So I'm going to do Up the Country Blues. Whoa.
One tell your sister, one tell your auntie, I'm going up the country. Don't you wanna go? I need another half a dozen to help on this ragtime show. When I was leaving, I left some folks a grieving, I left some friends a moaning, I left my man crying, he didn't want me. Why did he have to stop? He was so low down and dirty, he's gonna read just what he done so. I bought him, them shoes I bought him, he didn't want me. Why did he have to stop? I told him give me that hand I bought him, and let that old head go gone. He kicked and slapped me, he punched and stabbed me, he punched and stabbed me, he treated me dirty, he didn't want to know with a lunchbox home. He was so low down and dirty, he's gonna read just what he done.
Very enjoyable.